So hi guys, my name is Siddhant and welcome back to a new video. And this video is actually very important for all of those people who are wanting to start their own startup, who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs, right? In this video, I am going to tell you the skills that you need to become a successful entrepreneur. And we are not going to talk about the technical skills, the coding skills, the business management skills, the learning of financial models and all of those things. You can hire people for those skills, right? But there are some skills, abstract skills that no one can teach you. You can actually never find people or hire people who have these skills, right? And therefore I believe if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, you should learn those skills by yourselves, and all those skills are actually very easy to learn, right? And these skills cannot be learned from any courses, but these skills can be learned from experiences of life and doing some trial and error, right? That we'll discuss. So 7 important skills to become an entrepreneur, and trust me, these are not the technical skills, so do watch this video till the end to know which skills these are, right? And if you're new to this video, then do like the video, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive the latest notifications of my videos on time. So hi guys, so let's start with a great question, that are entrepreneurs made or are entrepreneurs born? So how many of you would say entrepreneurs are born, and how many of you would say that entrepreneurs are made? You can comment down in the comment section below. Personally, what I would like to say is that entrepreneurs are made. No person is born suitable to any field, right? When we are born, we are like a clean slate. We are like a plain piece of paper, right? And what we draw on it, or what we write on it, what we make of ourselves is totally in our hands, right? All of the people out there in the world who are looking for jobs may have technical skills or management skills, right? But these skills, not many of them have, right? And therefore, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur and run your successful business, then do focus on these skills. Now let's start. The first important skill that I want to tell you is communication. Now, effective communication is very important. It is the core of starting a successful business or running a successful business, right? You cannot grow a business without effective communication. Now, what effective communication does is that it not only strengthens your internal relationships with your employees or with your partners or with people, but it also helps you to deliver your business idea, your business plan in a crisp and clear manner to your potential investors or collaborators or partners or your customers, right? The way you interact with your staff, the way you interact with your investors, the way you interact with your partners makes a huge difference, and it also paves a way to create a relationship that would last very long, right? So if you want to create long-lasting networks, relationships with all the people out there, with your investors, your employees, with anybody, right, in the world, if you want to put forth your business idea, if you want to put forth your business plan very strongly, then effective communication is a much needed skill. Now, the second important quality or skill that entrepreneurs should have is empathy. Now, what do I mean by empathy, right? We all know what empathy means, right? Empathy is nothing but understanding and sharing the feelings of others, right? How can you become a successful entrepreneur if you don't create a product that caters to the problem of your customers, right? If you want to create a product that is a solution to the problems of the customers, you need to understand the pain point of your customers. You need to understand what your customers feel, what your customers value, and what your customers want. And for that, you should have the skill or the feeling of empathy for them, right? You need to understand the psychology of people. You need to understand the psychology of how people work, the consumer behavior you need to understand, and therefore empathy is a very important skill that you need to learn. It's said that emotional connect is the key to virality, right? We see a lot of videos on YouTube getting viral. So why is that? We see a lot of products out in the market getting viral and having huge scales. So why is that? It is because they have struck an emotional connect with the customers. The customers can resonate with their content or with their product, right? And therefore empathy is very important. Now, the third important quality that everyone should have, irrespective of whether he wants to become an entrepreneur or not, is time management. Now, time management is a skill that no one can teach you, right? You need to manage your own time, because we all have the same amount of time, limited amount of time, and therefore we need to prioritize tasks. So if you want to run your own business, there would be multiple things, right, on which you need to focus on which you need to work on, and therefore you need to prioritize those those tasks that would have the highest ROI, the highest return on investment. And this investment is not just money, but this investment is also in terms of the time that you invest. People say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. It's not about having time, right? It's about making time. And if that thing is very important to you, if that thing is very valuable to you, then you would by hook or crook find a way to make time for those things, right? And therefore it is very important that you learn to manage your time very importantly. Now there are many famous people who use some tactics, right? Who use some frameworks to manage their time effectively. Now one great example is of Elon Musk. Elon Musk uses a framework that is called time blocking. Now it is actually very interesting and surprising to see how a human mind can work, right? Because Elon Musk actually breaks his day in time blocks of 5 minutes, right? So he creates blocks of time of 5 minutes. So he works on one task just for 5 minutes and then he switches on to the other. Now it is not possible for everyone. It is not possible for all of us, considering each of us have different intellectual abilities, but you can do it for an hour or 2 hours, that you can allocate an hour for this or allocate an hour for that, right? So you need to figure out your own time blocking strategy and create a great time management framework. Now the fourth important quality or skill that an entrepreneur should have is strategic thinking. Now what do I mean by strategic thinking? Now strategic thinking plays actually a very important role in determining whether the entrepreneur would be successful or not. One of the most critical entrepreneurial skills is the ability to see the big picture and also to recognize what is important to your business and have a great vision, right? Every great leader or a ruler or a businessman is always a visionary, right? So you need to predict what people are not even thinking about. You need to see around the corner, right? What people cannot see. And that is what will give you the competitive edge in the market and also in comparison with your competitors, right? And there's one tip that I would give you, right? And it is often based upon how people think we can judge whether they have that vision or the strategic thinking or not. So it basically depends upon what kind of questions do we ask to ourselves, right? Are we curious or not? Are we inquisitive or not? So what you need to do is that instead of asking the question what to each and everything, you need to ask the question why and the question how, right? So this small shift in the way of thinking can definitely create a transformation in the way you actually think and you go about doing your tasks. Now the fifth important skill that I want every entrepreneur to inculcate is resilience. Now resilience is again a very essential skill for entrepreneurs, considering there's a lot of competition, the failure rate is very high, but you need to be resilient. We need to understand that all the businesses in all the various industries have setbacks, have failures, right? But failures are those times that teach you the most, and you need to learn from your failures and then only you can grow, right? Now resilience is nothing but you need to learn from your failures time after time and you should move forward stronger than before, right? That is the meaning of true resilience. As Winston Churchill says, that success is nothing but moving from failure to failure without the loss of enthusiasm, right? You need to understand this sentence very carefully and you need to become more resilient towards failures and towards setbacks. So now the sixth important quality or skill that entrepreneurs should have is networking, right? Networking is very important if you want to become an entrepreneur, right? Because once you become an entrepreneur, you would need to meet a lot of new people each and every day. You would need to meet and network with a lot of new people, a lot of new faces, because only then and then you would find new better business opportunities, business partners or suppliers or whatever, or even investors that you need for your business, right? So networking is very important. So the communication skill, the first skill that I told you, plays a very important role here in terms of networking with great people. So you can connect with more and more people face to face as well, and also by using social media platforms like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way to develop professional networks, right, with people. And it's very famously said that your network is your net worth. So your true net worth is not the amount of money that you have, but your true net worth is the amount of network you have, the amount of people you know, right? And therefore network plays a very important role, and that will definitely help you in building your business and expanding your business and taking the business to the next level. Now moving on to the seventh and the last important skill that entrepreneurs should have, and many entrepreneurs make a mistake here, and that is delegation. Now we starting up our own company, we feel that we should do each and everything. We try to micromanage the tasks, we try to get into the details, the specifics of each and every tasks, right? And we waste a lot of time doing that. Now as entrepreneurs, as founders, what we need to do is we need to spend our time on strategizing, on networking, on thinking the future, on thinking on the future opportunities for the business, and not on micromanaging the petty tasks in the business, right? And for that you need to delegate, you need to form a great team. So if you're not delegating your tasks, and if you're doing everything by yourself, then you are not an entrepreneur, right? You are just a self-employed person who runs his own thing or his own business, right? Now what this effective and efficient delegation or outsourcing does is that it improves the quality, it improves the speed of finishing the tasks, and it also prevents you from getting overwhelmed with a lot of tasks, right? And therefore it is very important that you find perfect people to do that job, and only then you can have the time to focus on the strategies, the opportunities for your business. Now we all know Oyo is a great startup, right? The founder Ritesh Agarwal says a very great thing, and he says that so whenever he has a task, right, or he gets some task, he finds a person to do that task so that he can go and find some another task, some another opportunity, right? And that is very important. If you have a work, find a perfect person who can do that work, and you move on to the next. So guys, these are the 7 skills or qualities that I feel every entrepreneur should have, and I know that these are not the technical skills. You can hire people to do the technical skills, right? But these abstract skills make all the difference. And if you want to know about the technical skills that you need to learn in 2021 or 2022, then you can go and watch this video where I've suggested top 5 skills for 2021 and 2022. You can go and watch that video as well. So guys, that's it for this video, and I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood the importance of each and every skill, and I hope you inculcate those skills, those qualities in you and your daily life, right? So if you like the video, then do hit the like button, do subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive the latest notifications of my videos on time. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thank you.